So here we go. We will go ahead and start with the bad news as we always do. But the good news about the bad news is there's only 9 items that failed authentication. So I think that is, well, very good news. So first, this didn't fail authentication, but I think they just could not authenticate it. And they did the old no holder thing that you see. And if you look at that, I was wondering how the heck they were going to authenticate that when we sent it off. It's just a very, very weird signature. So the rest of these failed authentication. Reggie White, Charles Barkley, Deion Sanders, Karl Malone, Rusty Staub. This one was a Alex, or actually no, this one didn't fail either. This one, for some reason, they said that they don't have a holder. But once again, I think that no holder means that they just couldn't authenticate it. They couldn't prove that it was real, and they couldn't prove that it was fake. So I think that's their go-to with the no holder. This one sucked. This was Wilt Chamberlain. This was a very expensive index card to authenticate, and absolutely hate that it came back not authentic. And the same with this Ted Williams. Both of those were not cheap to authenticate. And then last was this Glenn Burke index card. So that is the bad news. So let's go ahead and get to all the good news. And man, there's some big items here, so we'll go ahead and get these bigger sized items out of the way. These are some first day issues that the last time we sent it they didn't fix, or that they wrote the title wrong. Some Willie Mays, Gary Carter, Mr. Tom Seaver, Reggie Jackson, Jose Canseco, and then this was cool. This is an Alex Ovechkin. They couldn't authenticate that one, but they could authenticate this one and this one. So those are very cool. Next is a Joe Wood check, and last for this stack is a Gaylord Perry check. He signed there, so they had the Gaylord Perry autograph sticking out. Let's get these. I don't have an assistant in this video like I normally do, so just please bear with me. Some more checks, and these are huge. You'll have to, that's my dogs in the background wrestling. Paul Richards, Andy Pafko, and this is a cool one, Harry Carey. How about that? Ron Mix, Mike Ditka, Gino Marchetti. So cool Jim Calhoun photo, Bob Dole photo, and what's that, Mark Spitz, I believe it's pronounced. Cliff Branch, Bob Cousy, Hugh McElhaney. Who's this? Harry Sidney, Joe Perry. And these index cards look very, very Bruce Pritchard, which I did not think that they were going to authenticate this, because it's inscribed Brother Love. But they sure did, Bruce Pritchard. So very, very cool. Every now and then you guys will send something for authentication like that Brother Love index card, and I'll be like, there's just no way. But I, like you, are not a professional. And I definitely don't claim to be. So, once again, they proved me wrong. Kurt Schilling, just a whole ton of large slabs in this order. So this order is going to take me quite a while to get these back to y'all. Dennis Eckersley. And this one's kind of different. This is a Wayne Gretzky empty pack, and then they slabbed it as a cut, which is kind of weird, but nonetheless very, very awesome. And this is our last stack of bigger items. After this, we'll go through the cards, and all of these are going to be Hall of Fame plaques. Have my son in the background playing PlayStation, so if you hear any weird, crazy noises, he makes some of the most insane noises I've ever heard come from a human when he plays. He's a big Fortnite fan. So that is that. We'll go ahead and get straight to the cards. Let me set these up. Like I said, I don't have my assistant with me. What's up? We'll talk about it in a minute, okay? Oh, so many cards here. Hang on, guys. Sorry for the dead air. Okay, here we go. Let's get this party started. Jose Canseco. Davey Johnson. Or Dave Johnson. R.A. Dickey. Dale Murphy. This one was really cool. Future Hall of Famer Darrell Rivas. These basic submissions, man, they come back so fast. But it just turned October, and this is the August submission. So, I mean, what is that? 2 months? Yeah, 2 months. So very, very, very quick. If you're into getting your items back quick and you don't care what the top looks like here, trading card, then I would definitely say that the basic submission is for you. Myself, I kind of like the details on the card. I like it to say, 1957 tops, number 7, blah, blah, blah. But that's the beauty of collecting, is we all like something different. And it definitely stinks when you send off a full service submission and it takes very, very long. But there's a lot of collectors that like that service, so you kind of have to wait. We got here Bradley Bill. This is a cool one here. Pete Weber. Very, very cool bowling. That might be the first bowling card that we've sent through Slab City. Steve Largett. Jamal Charles. Man, this might be like a 30-minute long video. A whole lot of cards here. Megatron. There's another future Hall of Famer, Vince Carter. Cool Phil Jackson. Everyone was talking about those Phil Jacksons that were coming out as fake. I definitely think some of them are, but what stinks is some of them are real. Just like that one. So he did that interview, or I don't know what it was. I think he might have just went live on his social media where he said that the fan mail was coming in so much that he started having his grandkids help him sign the cards. Which, man, you just never want to hear that, but, you know, to each their own, I suppose. Sammy Baugh. Kurt Schilling. These are other cards I was worried about getting authenticated. Were these Professional Women's Baseball League. I've never seen these before, and I actually did some research when these cards came through, and I was like, man, I just can't imagine that there's been a ton of these authenticated, so I didn't think that they would have the archives of signatures to authenticate it, but once again, I was proven wrong. About this one's pretty cool. J.J. Watt. Luke Kuechly. Larry Fitz. Daniel Jones. Ooh. Another stack down. What do we got here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more. Mike Vick. There was a ton of Mike Vick cards come through at this time. I think there was a signing around this time. So a bunch of you guys sent these in. Nice Adrian Peterson's. He was signing for a very, very small window. I think another reason you know it was a small window is I believe they all came back gold when he was signing. That's a cool one. Bob Costas. Tommy Lee. That's a really good one. This is really cool. I got one of these myself in the last submission. Jerry Jones business card. Another Vince Carter. Anthony Hardaway. Some more Mike Vicks. There's another stack down. I'm sure by now most of you have seen my post in the Slab City Facebook page about all of the prices that went up. When was that? October the 1st. I can say it was very, very cool phone call to have with my rep to say that our prices weren't going to go anywhere, that we were good to go, that we were locked in at least for this raise. So happy to pass that news on to you guys if any of y'all didn't see it in the group. And if any of you guys are watching that are not members of the Slab City group authentication group on Facebook, I'll try to remember to leave the link down below. We do submissions about once a month, sometimes once every 2 months. We go from basic service, which that's what this is. It says trading card up top. And then full service, where it'll have the year and manufacturer and all that. So give us a shot if you're into wanting to get your cards authenticated, or index cards, or whatever you see, whatever you like. Oh man, so many slabs. Believe, I don't know this to be a fact, but I believe this to be Sam Rush's cards we're going through. Sam always sends a ton of Minnesota Vikings. That guy loves his Vikings, man. Actually, yes, there you go. It says to Sam from Chris Bosch. Jerry Rice. Remember, what was that, earlier in the year? He was doing some weird signing where he was signing everyone's cards, and then out of nowhere, you would get your card back with another card signed. That one there is very, very, very cool. Roger Staubach, Dan Fouts. Mike Evans. Paul Molitor. I like them, these minis, when they do these little mini cases like that. John Calipari. Steve Carlton. Johnny Padres. Tiny Archibald. This one's cool. Yogi Berra. I always like the duels. As a TTMer, I think working on the duels is very fun and exciting as well. Oh man, that's a very cool one. I always love these minor league issued cards that you can buy the sets at the stadium. How about that? That's very cool. Tommy Chung sketch. I think this is his year to get in the Hall of Fame, hopefully, finally. Mr. Tom Flores. Oh man, I got another awesome sketch right here. That is too cool, man. Too freaking cool. Wow. Another cool Tom Flores. We got 4 more stacks, so we may not make it to 30 minutes. Try to buzz through these. A lot of people like watching these reveal videos, and there's always like a sweet spot of time where you went too fast and others where you just go too slow and it just bores people to death. And the problem I have doing these things is, as a collector, I like seeing the cards. So I end up looking at the card more than I look at the camera. So that's when you'll see that, like, I'm like, oh, there's a nice Carlton Fisk, and it's way off the camera. That's because I'm looking at it. Is this Derek Johnson? That's a cool card. Guy Lafleur. Another awesome duel. Robert Parrish. Willie McGinnis. I don't know how to pronounce that gentleman's name. It's a hockey, and if you've been following Slab City for any length of time, you know that hockey normally eats me up. Those names normally just kill me. Drew Brees, Peyton Manning. There's some names I know. Is that the big ticket? Cliff Branch. There's some Peyton Mannings for Mr. Brian Rice. Nice triplet.
You're the one who keep on telling me. Keep saying for everyone not to kill you and then you kill everyone.
love these sticker cards, man. I think they're so cool. Nice Bobby Knight. Kyle Lewis. Who's this? Mike Bossy, is it pronounced? It's hockey, so it's probably something insane. Like, and I just sound like an idiot. See, I have no idea how they were able to authenticate this. And I have seen a ton of Bo Jackson autographs in my day, and not one ever looked like that. That is insane, man. That is another reason I love doing what I do with Slab City, is learning different signatures and different things. Let me see if I can give y'all a close-up of that without the glare. Come on, focus for me. Yeah, look at that. Dude, I've never, ever seen a Bo Jackson autograph like that. That is insane. Awesome. Super awesome. But insane. 2 more stacks here. There's about 5 or 6 of you guys out there that are working on these Top Valor sets, I've noticed. How about this? This is the first Joe Burrows authenticated autographs to come through Slab City. The same with the CeeDee Lamb. Nice. And those were via TTM, which is amazing. You just never know what's going to be in your mailbox, ladies and gentlemen, when you're a TTMer. And there's a ton of these triple Notre Dame cards. That's awesome. Where's this signed at? Oh, Jerry West. They put it in backwards, I guess. These are some very, very well done customs. Andre Dawson, Mike Miasina. One more, and we are done for the August submission, and it will take me about 5 to 6 days to process this order, package them up, mail them out. These full service submissions take a long time because of the bulky items. And not to mention, what we've got back, November just came back 2 or 3 weeks ago, something like that. And then March full service submission just came back last week. So for all the people that were all the naysayers of PSA, man, they have kicked it in freaking high gear, man. And they are pumping it out. And as a collector, you have to be happy with what you're seeing. I think the Corona outbreak put them on their heels a little bit, but guess what? I mean, it did to all of us. I know it did to me and my family and in my career. Man, we were doing all kind of weird things after that Corona came out, and it hit PSA pretty hard, but man, they are rebounding very, very, very strong and pumping out these orders. And there you go, folks. There's the last autograph, this submission, Fran Tarkenton. So, I hope y'all enjoyed that recap. I don't know how many cards that was, but what did we say at the beginning? It was like 9 items that failed authentication. So out of all those cards, to only have 9 items fail, that's pretty huge. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll put the link down below for the Facebook group if you're interested in joining a submission in the future. So till next time, adios, be safe, bye-bye, doodles.